Thank you. In the end. I do it for the people. They're getting in the prone position. Oh, here we go. Oh, good.
I can't stand the smell.
I don't even know their names.
Oh, the Golden Retrievers missed the spot. Rick of peanut butter. I'm sorry about that. I'll clean it later.
Peanut butter has been coming out of all of my holes and nose for a very long time.
Ever since then.
Yeah.
Right now.
If
But
you lie down with dogs, it's bound to happen.
it's bound to happen indeed, but it's okay. I'm very happy.
You have something?
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you, Rick.
You need to
Thank
get rid
you.
of that.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, I appreciate it. Wow. Thanks
You're
so
very
much.
welcome. Very
and
welcome.
I'm Pamela Pagano here in downtown Montreal with Canadian comedy legend Rick Mercer. And Rick, now you are here not to be covered in peanut butter.
No.
At least I don't think so.
The
But
night is young.
the night is young.
Anything can happen at Just for Laughs.
Anything can happen at Just for Laughs, and this is why you are here on
Yes.
Friday at Olympia in downtown Montreal, the Just for Laughs show comedy night in Canada. Rick, thank you so much for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. You know, when I wrapped up the TV show and I stopped being licked by dogs and all those things, I only had one dream that I wanted to do. I wanted to tour the country as a true stand-up. It was a real learning curve. It involved, a lot of work, but we did 2 fantastic tours right across the country from St. John's to Vancouver. The last tour was an all-star tour. We did not come to Montreal because we knew we were coming for this festival. We've got an incredible lineup. I think it's the best lineup of the entire Just for Laughs festival. It's all Canadian. They're incredible. Yeah, Ivan Decker, I think he's the greatest comic working in North America today. Dave Merhesh has a new special coming out on Crave. Sophie Buddle, who's just destroying all over North America right now. She's on Kimmel. She's everywhere. She's just unbelievable. The lineup, it just goes on and on. Iman El Husseini, who is a Montreal lady, now killing it in New York and all over the world. I'll stop talking now, but I'm very excited about this comedy showcase.
And you're making me excited. You're making us excited. Rick, tell us, this is an all-Canadian cast of comics.
Yeah.
Why was that important for you to have?
Well, when I went out on the tour, it was called Comedy Night in Canada, and I just thought it had to be all Canadian, but that wasn't tough. It wasn't like box checking because, again, Dave is headlining in every comedy club and every venue in the United States now, as is Sophie, as is Ivan. I mean, it just goes on and on. Iman had the big show on the BBC. Selma is, a big comedy star now. So it's a celebration of Canadian stand-up, and it's everyone's going to bring their A game. It's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. We actually spoke with Dave Merhesh and Sophie Buddle here on City News not too long ago. We love them. We love you. And now I heard, all right, I heard that when you used to tour, okay, you used to iron hundreds of shirts in hundreds of hotel rooms, and you used to hate that. But now you actually love doing that. Why is that?
Well, it was when we went back out on the road, it was just so exciting to be, I was just so excited to be out of my shed. I went in my shed. I wrote a book.
You did.
I didn't tour. I didn't do anything. And so every night before the show when I was ironing the shirt, I used to think, how lucky am I to be here ironing the shirt to go do a show in a beautiful theater somewhere in Canada. Whereas for decades, I resented that part of my job. I hated getting the hotel iron out. But it's just one of those things. I think we all, we realized there were certain things that we took for granted and certain things that we're really grateful that we can do once again, because for a while there, it was pretty dodgy. I didn't know. None of us knew whether we would be able to tour again, whether we'd be able to come to Montreal like this. So it's there's a lot to be grateful for.
100%. And now, Rick, when I found out that we were going to do a live together, number one, I was excited. Can you tell? I'm very excited. But I also thought to myself, oh my, I am going to be literally doing a Rick Mercer report.
Yes.
Ba-doom-tsh.
That's what you're doing now. You're doing excellent.
Oh,
the job is open.
I might cry.
I don't know what's on.
No crying on live TV.
Tuesday nights anymore. I don't know.
Rick, well, you know what? So the Rick Mercer report is, oh my goodness, I grew up watching that. You brought Canada to Canadian televisions. And you know what? You actually, you would do hilarious parts in there and also rants. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was always ranting. I'm still ranting, except I just do it at my television instead of on television. And you know, the people who are unfortunate enough to be my friends hear the rants. So I'm still ranting. I just don't do it on TV anymore.
So you know what? If you had to do a rant, okay, about how much you love the Just for Laughs Festival, what would you include in it? Let's walk and talk. Come on.
Well, first, can this guy walk backwards? Because that's very important. He's got to walk backwards without banging into a pole or tripping over on live TV. Listen, my guy did it many, many times. So he's got to know where he's going. I don't know where he's going. Careful. See ya. I would talk about, I'm going to put my arm here just so we're connected.
Love it.
First, you got to do this. You got to do this a lot, right? I would talk about how Just for Laughs is the premier comedy showcase in North America. I would talk about how there are brilliant Canadian comedians that are going to be on all through the festival, but you absolutely have to come to Comedy Night in Canada because that is where the A-Team is. The A-Team is going to rock it. It's just going to be so much fun. Everyone's doing 10 minutes. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, except Ivan's probably going to do 15 because he's Ivan, and we need 15 from Ivan. It's just going to be a phenomenal night. And Just for Laughs, for me, it was one of the most thrilling things I ever did early in my TV career. Just this hour's 22 minutes. We hosted a gala. It was so exciting. And then I hosted alone 5 years later, and I came in on the Canada arm. It was really just a jib painted white with the flag on it, but it looked like the Canada arm. Anything can happen at Just for Laughs.
Rick, anything can happen at Just for Laughs. And this just happened, a rant of the Just for Laughs Festival. And now, Rick, I would watch that over and over again. But now, King of Canadian Comedy, I need to ask you, can you please take a seat? We're going to do a little game. All right? Oh, perfect. Yes. All right, Rick.
You come prepared, don't you?
Oh, yes, I've come prepared. And so have you. There you go. Take a little drink. So now, Rick, I've printed 4 photos of your moments here. Some of your moments, because you've had many here in Montreal. So you're going to choose them, okay? I'm going to show them to you and to the camera. And I have a question related to them, related to the Just for Laughs Festival.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started. Are you nervous?
I am indeed. I always get nervous anytime they got word association terrifies me. I'm afraid of 2 things. Revolving doors and word association.
I'm afraid of revolving doors too, Rick.
Oh, look, do you want to know what happened to me the other,
Tell me
2
what
days
happened.
ago?
Tell me.
A man got in the revolving door with me on the way into a hotel.
No, why do you do that?
Can you believe that? And I said, whoa, dude, what's up? And he's like, what's your problem? I'm like, what's my problem? I mean, never mind the pandemic. Why are you in my little triangle?
Exactly.
And then he was like 40. How did he reach 40 years of age and not know you're not supposed to get in the...
The next rant, Rick. The next rant. Okay, now Rick...
reaching 40 and not knowing how a revolving door works.
I cannot imagine that. But Rick...
And he had a nice car. I saw him later in a nice car. How can you afford that car?
He was very excited to get to that car.
No.
I know.
Okay,
all right.
This one.
This one. All right, Rick. Are you ready? Oh, okay. So this is not great quality. My fault. I screenshotted it. Let me show you here. This is you, all right, at Claude Robillard in Montreal. Yes. And you are diving off a very high diving board with an Olympian.
Yes, not only one of Canada's greatest Olympians, of course, Quebecer. There he is, now a broadcaster, Alexandre Despatie, right?
Yes.
Did I get his last name right?
Get it right.
Alexandre Despatie. It was a huge thrill for me to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, this young fellow worked. My God, I mean, he was an Olympian then, and his face was everywhere. And he was so good looking, and I was like, you must be having the time of your life, are you? And he was like, well, I'm in the pool on Saturday morning at 4:30, so I don't get to go out. And I was like, wow. Well, they really train hard, those Olympians.
Rick, they do train hard, and you know what? Let me show this here to our camera, okay? So this is Rick diving off a very high diving board. My question to you is, Rick, what is more nerve-wracking? Diving off this diving board that is very high, okay, I'll give that to you, or doing a live show at the Just for Laughs Festival?
Oh, because there's no heights at the Just for Laughs Festival.
The stage isn't too high for you?
No.
Okay. Perfect. So we're going to leave this here. Rick, next one. Choose carefully. Choose wisely.
The ladies love me. The ladies love me.
Rick, now this is you, also in Montreal, also related to water and the pool, but this is you synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming with the, was it Canada's Olympic team?
Olympic team at the Olympic Stadium.
Right.
Yeah.
And boy, they flutter their legs. You don't realize how much those legs are moving underwater.
But now you're a pro.
It's a whirlwind under there.
You can do that now.
I was exhausted.
But you did a great bit now. So I'm going to show that to the camera here. Let's show it to the camera. This is beautiful. You could keep this one after, all right?
I will.
So now, Rick, my question to you here is, what is funnier, you in this baiting cap or the Just for Laughs Comedy Night in Canada?
Just for Laughs Comedy Night in Canada, hands down. And who knows, I might be wearing a bathing cap.
Ooh. Who knows? Yeah, you got to frame that one after.
Yeah.
I love it. One of my favorites.
But it was the looks that got me to where I am.
Indeed.
You know?
Indeed.
Some people, it's just. I mean, how can you not have a TV career looking like that?
Indeed, exactly. Now, Rick, one more. Tell me which one. Oh, so this is not from Montreal.
Oh, no.
This is just you and Jan Arden, and I had to put it in there because I love your friendship.
I just did a gig with Jan this week, and we were put in our dressing room at 3:45, and our show.
AM?
No, 3:45 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And we didn't go on until 9 o'clock that night.
Oh,
and
my.
normally, showbiz people would maybe complain, but we had such a good time. We just laughed and laughed and laughed, and then went, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I guess we got to go do a show. She's one of my best friends. I love her dearly. I used to love making her scream and terrify her. So I brought her up to the top of the CN Tower. She's terrified of heights, and she dangled off that sucker. She did really well.
She really did. And now you said, a great friendship with her.
Yeah.
Do you consider us friends now?
Yes, of course.
So, Rick.
This is how I met Jan.
This is how you met Jan?
Yes.
And now this is how you
on
met
TV,
Pam.
That's how I met, and Jan and then Pam.
Look at
How
us.
it rolls.
Look at us. This is how it goes. So, Rick, now that we're friends, I can ask you this. Let me get it for you. Oh, do you want to get that? Sorry.
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Oh my
so, Rick,
gosh.
I have your books, 2 of many that you have. Read them all.
Oh my.
Love them. So since we're friends, can I ask you to please sign
I will.
your books? This is Rick's most recent
This is
one.
the most recent one, and the most recent photo.
Yes, get a side-to-side look, please.
Yeah. You see that?
Yeah, you see it? Black and white.
That's a year old now.
So, Rick, as you sign this, I have a question for you.
Yes.
For Canadians who, wish to one day be performing on the Just for Laughs festival stage like you are on Friday night here in Montreal, what is your advice to them?
You got to practice. And if you want to do comedy, you got to do an open mic night. And it might be the most scary thing that you ever experience in your life. But at least you'll have the story that you did it. And that's where it starts. You just have to get up in front of the audience. When I decided to start doing stand-up seriously, I was in my 40s. I had 3 TV shows under my belt. And that's what I did. I started doing late night open mics, 14 people, 6 of them conscious, and 2 of them angry about something else, and you just got to keep doing your stuff.
The rest laughing.
Well, 1 or 2 laughing. But then I hit the big time with Just for Laughs.
Rick, thank you so much for making us laugh. Thank you so much for connecting Canadians through comedy, and for also showing us that, we can just be ourselves.
Thank you so much.
In Montreal, Pamela Pagano and Rick Mercer, City News.
And the fact that, yes, a Canadian in Calgary in 1969 invented the only known cure for the hangover, the Bloody Caesar. Right?